Hello, family.
My toasty.
Just starting off, this was so good. So good. My mouth is watery now. I ate this so fast. Like 2-3 days. My husband's not a big fan of trying new things. Maybe new candy. I don't know. No, not really. He's not a big fan of trying new things. And I thought, probably gonna have to eat this all by myself. But I'm gonna try it, see if it's good. It can't be that bad, even if it's not the bomb diggity, but so I made it. Onion, bell pepper. That's all I got so far. But I was trying to make something a little more healthy. The recipe that I was inspired from, I took most of the ingredients from here. I don't have white chili seasoning, so it gave some ideas of what to put if you don't have that. So I did that instead. But I highly recommend making this. It is delicious, mouth-watering. You'll guzzle it down. Anyways, the original recipe is like vegan or something. So it calls for vegan cream cheese. Maybe it's vegetarian. I don't know. All close to the same thing. I guess it would be vegetarian with cream cheese. Yes, so it is vegan. Okay, so it calls for vegan cream cheese. Which I did not have. And I wasn't going to go to a special store to find it. We were at Wally World, and so I got a Wally World cream cheese. And it turned out just fine. But everything else, I mean, if you're vegan, then just get some vegan cream cheese and voila. The reason also I brought up vegan and also it calls for vegetable broth, and I had a chicken broth, so I used chicken broth. I'm not vegan, but I do try to eat vegetables a lot. More vegetables than meat. So I'm closer to vegetarian, I guess. Except the chicken broth and the chicken. I do like red meat every once in a while, but it's not my favorite. I'd rather eat chicken, unless it's a taco. Random rant. Anyways, 32 ounces of veggie or chicken broth. Here's the cream cheese. 1 block of cream cheese. Is this 8 ounces? It feels so heavy. I guess I could have weighed it. No, I'll put the recipe down below. I'm sure it's more specific. Also, don't look at the color. I know it's kind of gross. I had to get a whisk to kind of whisk it in. I meant to get the cream cheese out, and way earlier, and I guess I didn't, because that was not soft at all. There's my spice mixture I made. Delicious. Also, it makes it more brownish, but I tasted it there and I was like, yep, this is gonna be good. Cannellini beans. These are some of my favorite kinds of beans. I wanted to get, instead of pinto, I also wanted cannellini and then just a regular kidney bean. But I used pinto instead because that's what I had. Also, it says you can add corn optional. My stomach sometimes doesn't agree with corn, so I only put half of a can. But if you really like corn, add it. Random side note, the reason I always put that on the screen, et voila, it's just for fun. I just like to. Is it French? Sure, we'll go with French. This is delicious. Mouth's still watering. Excuse me. It's supposed to be all white beans, but I thought it would look prettier with 2 different colors. Oh my gosh, and this is the cornbread I made in my other video. It went perfect with it. Gobbled it down. Dessert! Apple crisp! So, my husband was like, I don't want apple pie. Well, I am not a big pie person. Too much of that soggy crust. At least sometimes. Okay. I like chocolate pie. But making fruit pies, like apple pie, cherry pie, I just don't do. But I will make an apple crisp because it's way easier. You don't have to make crust or buy crust. You just make like a topping, I guess is what you call it. Anyways, I tried to peel these apples all in one go. I was trying to show you guys. Forgot. Lovely teeth marks. Those apples were delicious. But I tried to peel it all in one go, so I was going around and around and around. And oh, look at me being so clever here. 350. That's what you need to preheat the oven to. But I got the first one almost all the way, and then right at the bottom it broke, which is to be expected because, you know, it's got the bumpies. But then the second one I didn't, and the third one I think I got like halfway and it broke, and I was like, dang it. Yummy apples. I couldn't help but munch on the apples. The recipe does call for like 1.5 pounds, and I was like, I have a scale, but I'm not gonna weigh apples. I used about 4. Oh, I used 3 big ones. I don't know how much 1.5 pounds is. I figured, what the heck, I'll just do 3. And like I was saying before, my husband's not a huge fan of trying new things, and he is like, eh. So I ate this all by myself. So it's a good thing I only used 3, even though, I mean, I don't think that would mean each apple is 0.5 pound. Maybe. I have no idea how much apples weigh. I doubt it, but maybe. Now I'm like thinking about Bria. She weighed about 8.5 pounds, so 3 apples. No, I'm just kidding. And like I wrote on the screen, I was making this gluten-free. So the GF on here means gluten-free. It calls for regular flour all throughout, but I used almond flour. In the other recipe it only was a tablespoon, and then in the other recipe, in the apple mixture, and then in this portion I used coconut flour because I have both, and I thought, why not do a mixture so it's not really almondy or really coconutty. Not that the flours really taste very much like what they say, what they are. Anyways, a 1/3 cup. Did I say half? I don't even know. Anyways, I did look up a recipe that used honey to sweeten, so I didn't have to just change it. But also, we're not gluten-free. I just don't do a ton of gluten. So then if I want a grilled cheese sandwich with regular bread, there you go. There's my gluten. But in my baked goods, I try to use other flours that are gluten-free. Grabbing my finger. Put it in, put it in. Yummy. Oh, was that good? Was that so good? Just had to take a little baby break. She was actually sucking on apples most of the time. I had given her a bigger piece that she couldn't get into her mouth, and then I was letting her suck on another piece before I threw it in. Okay, I didn't put it in the pan. I actually ended up eating the one she sucked on, which, you know. Here it is, golden brown, delicious. It looks a little crispy on the edges, but it was perfect.
No, it's a baby.
It was, I think I did do 45 minutes in the end. I think it's 40 to 45 minutes, and I think I did do 45. Just because I wanted it a little more crispy on top. Maybe with the regular flour it would have been, but I know it looks like such a small piece, but you know, I went back for seconds. Also, this was a giant plate. I couldn't find a smaller plate. And it was crumbly. Apple crisp, apple crumble, I think some people call it. Good. Delicioso. As Pep says. Like and subscribe if you wanna hear more of my rambling.